This is the plan. I always have a plan.
I already did that. Then I came home hoping to be productive.
These damn ducks have been, like, tripping us up for a long time now.
Alright, so we did that. And, that's productivity.
So every Friday before I leave work, I make a list of all of my goals to accomplish over the weekend. And every Friday, I'm pretty delusional. The funny thing is I just keep making the list anyway. So I update and print my list every day before I leave work. Weekends are longer, but without my list, I'm lost. And the list encompasses every facet of my life.
I don't know if this is any good. I don't know what it's even about, but there's a picture of a dinosaur skeleton, so I'm just gonna buy it. So these are called Nobasco. They're supposed to be Tabasco peppers with no heat. Zero spice.
So one of my favorite hobbies is growing peppers. Plants, really. I mean, I love bonsai trees too, but peppers are a favorite. I like to keep my seeds and grow them. As of right now, I have like 208 plants, I think. It's too many.
Are they really no heat? I identified that wrong. That is spicy, I would think. Yeah. It was sold to me as a Nobasco, but it's full Basco. Brown jalapeno. Supposed to be full jalapeno flavor and no, well, mild spice. I think the Tabasco's still too hot. I can't tell if this is spicy at all, but it tastes like a jalapeno.
My original goal here was to set up my camera and capture my daily behavior, like all day long, capture everything. And one thing I've noticed is that I get stuck in a lot of ADHD time traps. I played Call of Duty for like an hour here.
These are pretty hot. They're not like ghost pepper or Carolina Reaper hot, but they're hot enough that if I touch my eyes later, I'm gonna regret it. These are fresh. Yeah, those are some clean seeds. This is one oily pepper. That heat's gonna stick around for a while if you eat it.
This is my first year growing the Ragnarok peppers. I've never really eaten them before, and this is where I decided to rub the oil on my tongue.
We did this one. Here's where we're at. Had an order come in for some chopsticks, so I'm gonna carve these up. I already shaped them.
So hand-carved chopsticks are probably the least skill level required for woodworking. I highly recommend other people try making them. They're big sellers. Also, it's been about 15 minutes and that pepper is still incredibly spicy.
My tongue feels burned from the pepper. I've never
How
felt
long
that
ago did
before.
you eat it?
A few minutes before I came in and told you. It's not like a mouth spicy. It feels like my tongue is burned. Like I don't even know how to describe it.
Like
Feels like
like tender or whatever.
yeah, like I bit really hot food and it burned that part of my tongue. I can't even imagine what like a raw Reaper or ghost pepper would be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm growing some, so we'll find out, but...
There's peppers in here. There's peppers.
Cool.
You want one?
Not right now.
Okay, your mouth's still spicy.
My mom just keeps texting me pictures and videos of her dog.
The carving goes on for a while. You get the point.
They look pretty good.
I use a polyurethane to seal these things. I used to use lacquer. I've tried to use varnish. Nothing really stands up to people. I mean, people like to use these for ramen noodles, so it has to hold high heat temp. For future reference, if you don't see this dog very often, he's not ours, we're just dog sitting. I do really miss having a dog. We had a Norwegian elkhound. I had him for 14 years. My wife knew him for 10, I think. Our entire relationship. But I don't think a Frenchie would be a choice for me. Somewhat of a new hobby for me is plants, bonsai trees specifically. The ones you see me messing with now were freebies that a friend gave me from work, but everything on the rack over there, all of the larger pots on that storage bin, I guess, those are all bonsai trees that I'm growing from seed. For anyone else interested in bonsai or that's ever wanted to try it, I do not recommend growing them from seed. I live in Florida, so that drastically limits the species that I can keep, and a lot of the trees that I like just aren't common in the hobby, so I had to go from seed. If you live anywhere north of Florida, your options are huge, and you can get stuff that's already established, and you don't have to wait 10 years for a stupid seedling to look like a bonsai tree. The good news for me is that like an established bonsai tree is going to cost hundreds if not thousands of dollars. A lot of these trees that I'm growing, if you find adults, they're like 10 to 15 to 20K. They cost me like 20 cents a piece for a seed. I just gotta wait 10 years. Peppers are my other favorite plant. I really like spicy peppers, but when it comes to bell peppers and stuff, I'll eat 2 or 3 a day just as a snack. So I decided to start growing my own. I think I've got maybe 10 different species of peppers, ranging from bell pepper all the way up into ghost pepper or reapers. It is Sunday. I got a pretty late start on the day. Got to pick up a few groceries and then I'll get back home and hopefully have some time to be productive before I start cooking dinner. I will say this was my first bad choice of the day. We've become addicted to these recently. There were people behind me and I got nervous, so I missed the bourbon flavor, but I think... So this one here is Blueberry Hill. This one is Coconut Cream. That is Maple Pecan. And that's Sandy Beach, which I think is like a cinnamon roll. Time to get some drugs. We got our drugs. I know you're excited to pee on stuff. Ah. Too hard. Cool. Go. That was not as much energy as I expected. Check on the peppers while I'm here. I don't think any are ready to pick. Maybe the Tabasco? Maybe. I'll give it another day. I don't even know what that is. Looks like a jalapeno. Alright, I'm usually pretty good with plants, but I need some help here. What is this thing? It is brutal. I mean, ow. It is insanely sharp. It's got these weird little palm frond things. I mean, I don't think it's a cactus. It might be a type of succulent. When it has flowers, they're like vibrantly white, but they only last for like a week, not even fully a week. I just don't know what it is. He'll play in the grass, but for some reason he wants to walk along the concrete. Like half on, half off. A little weirdo. Oh. That is the final layout. It is the end of the week, and I have to go start cooking dinner, so we're done.